Hi guys, good day and welcome to this video where I will talk you through how I'm going to establish this brand new lawn of mine. Tucked down on poop here. Oh, I'm just kidding. And you might be saying, well, this doesn't look like it needs establishment. Well, I can promise you it does. This lawn is brand spanking new. It's about 3 weeks old, fresh from the farm at Evergreen. It's their Tiff Sport variety and I've laid it here. Now, if you are sitting with a seeding project or something similar to this, then this video might be for you. Where is it? I'm putting down a 232 fertilizer. But why? So if you're new to fertilizers, this is N, P and K in that order. N is responsible for leaf growth and most of the stuff you see on top. P, that 3, is responsible for root growth. Not only root growth, also some of the other reproductive elements of the plants like bud growth and fruits and whatever, and a lot of roots. And the last number is K, which is phosphorus, which is responsible for the overall plant health. And if even that is a little bit too much for you to take in, just remember up, down and all around. So the first number will be up, above the ground, leaf growth. Second number, down, the root growth, and the third number, all around health of the plant. And still you might be asking, but why put this fertilizer down? Adidas. And that will force us to think a little bit more logical about the situation that this grass is undergoing at the moment. Let's have a look at this tree in my backyard. It's huge. That's the only part you can see. What do you think is below the ground? And that's why I'm putting down a fertilizer with a fairly high middle number. Now, typically you'll see on fertilizer bags something like 713, or you'll see a fertilizer with only a first number, only nitrogen, and that'll boost the top growth. But that's not really what we want to do here. This plant doesn't really have to go through all that stress to produce new leaves and a lot of growth. It really needs to shoot roots down. And it will even without fertilizer. However, if there's something that we can do to help it, we will. And let's look logically about this situation that this plant is going through right now. So it comes from the factory where a very, very fancy machine comes and slices off all its roots, and they give you the sod of grass which has got a little bit of roots and a whole lot of leaf growth. So once you put this down, the main thing we need to think about is how can we get back what we've lost? How can we shoot those roots back and gain that underground mass because we've already got the above ground mass? Now I think it's obvious that roots are very important, and why is that? Because it's not only just responsible for the uptake of water and nutrients within the soil, it's also the base of this plant. It's like trying to make an umbrella stand without a stand or without planting it in the ground. It's almost impossible to have success, because I guarantee you, there's going to be a time in the year where you're going to come out with your lawnmower and you're going to feel the itch to just scalp this baby down to absolute dirt. And there will only be roots left, and it's going to be the root that's going to determine whether that's a successful regrowth or not. And with all that being said, let's put something down for the roots. So while this is a fantastic fertilizer, it might not be your main fertilizer which you'll use through the main growing part of the season. And why is that? Because nitrogen is really, really important to support all that growth through the middle part of the season where your plant is really growing quite a lot. 232 fertilizers like this one with a more balanced numbering system, or with even a slightly higher P number in P, remember now, K, that's going to support a lot of root growth, which is great for the beginning of the season, the ending of the season, and turf establishment projects like we're doing right here. We really want to try and establish the roots of the plant. Guys, so I've put compost down under this turf, and why didn't I put fertilizer down from the start? So we either got to put down a slow release fertilizer or we've got to put some sort of a turf underlay. In my opinion, that's the way to go, because a chemical fertilizer like this will dissolve the nutrients off the prill. It'll fall down with the water to the root system, and if you don't have an established root system, that nutrients might just go to waste. Also, we don't want to take the risk of burning the leaf blades, because this chemical fertilizers definitely can burn the leaf blades. However, talking about root development, guys, even after 2 or 3 days, I lifted some of these sods up after 3 days and I saw a ton of root development. Honestly, it is now, this part here is 4 weeks, that newer part there's 3 weeks. There's absolutely no way. I'll damage a piece here for you just for the sake of this video. You can pull out the grass, but you will not get that sod lifted up. It's rooted down completely, so that's why I felt this is a great time now after 4 weeks to put down fertilizer, and now we can really start feeding through the roots as well. I think maybe like 3 10-minute waterings will do the trick. So guys, through an entire growing season, you don't want to put down more than roughly 2 kilograms of nitrogen. So you'll have to look at what all the numbers is on the bag here, nitrogen through the entire season. So whether you break that up into 10 fertilizer applications, or whether you break it up into 4 or 5, that's entirely up to you. Now I put down 4 kgs over the entire 200 square meters. So that's 2 kgs of this bag per 100 square meters, and that equates to that's 140 grams of N and K, and P, the middle number, that'll give me 220 grams of P that I've put down on this application. Guys, and while the irrigation's going, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for Evergreen for teaming up with me to put this turf sport variety in my backyard. I am childly excited, whatever the correct word is. Guys, I can't wait for the first renovation, get this puppy down. It's a finer textured Synodon variety leaf blade that we've got on here, and it's established so flippin' well. Can't wait to see the results. See you in the next videos.